Hello, this is Virtualis, the chess noob, learning and having fun with chess. We're going to do something a little bit different again today. I recently found the chess program I first played against as a boy on a computer in the late 1980s, CHESS88. Please enjoy. So CHESS88 was a chess program for DOS, released in 1984. The 88 refers to the Intel 8088 CPU architecture. A freeware chess program that I had access to when I was a boy. So back in primary school, we had a Amstrad IBM XT compatible. And this program I could never beat when I was a kid. So CD CHESS88 dir, and here we go. And you can see extraordinary. So it's 8 or 9 kilobytes in size, and that includes the graphical user interface in glorious black and white CGA graphics, but also the chess engine as well. And to put it into context, 8 or 9 kilobytes is approximately the maximum amount of data that 3 QR codes can hold. So absolutely incredible. Let's run it now. So chess, I will play white. Let's play with the easiest settings. And one of the things with CHESS88 is that you have to run it using you sort of pick up the pieces using delete and drop the pieces using insert. So let's try a E4. So delete, insert. All right, knight F6. I think that's Alekhine's defense. That's a bit spicy. Let's play the other knight. So knight C3, insert. Okay. D5. All right, I think that's a Scandinavian variation. Let's play spicy back. So queen to E2, bishop out. It feels like it can't be that good a move because I can sort of counterattack the bishop. Okay, bishop right back. What to do now? Maybe let's immediately attack that knight, hey? What are you going to do with that knight? Okay, off to the edge of the board. That doesn't feel that sound. So let's stabilize center. Okay, another knight to the edge of the board. That's interesting. Let's keep chasing this knight. Let's see what happens. I don't think this is the most optimal move. Oh, okay. And looks like the computer might have blundered that move because that clearly can't be the right move. Okay, let's take the knight. Happy days. Okay, attacking in the center. Let's take because insert. Yep, they'll take with knight, but with this sort of weak light square diagonal, I can now give queen to what's that? B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, B5 with check. Okay, they move their knight back. Suppose I could take that pawn. That feels like I'm going to get counterattacked right away, though. Let me have a think. Yeah, let's be principled. Let's develop this bishop. Yep, develop the bishop, and so we can now long castles. That's okay. Long castles, kings should be safe. Okay, attacking the queen. Maybe we can bring it all the way back to the D file, forming a battery with the rook. That looks like it's principled. There we go. Okay. Let's take with the queen. That sort of pins the knight to the. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Well, take. Yeah, that looks like it's good because I think I'm ahead of the material. So let's force trades. Hey, let's force trades. Queen trade. Yep. rook trade, happy days. And yeah, let's keep forcing trade. Hey, this bishop, delete, insert. Yep, let's develop this bishop by taking that pawn as well. Insert, push. Let's capture that pawn. So balance trade, everything looks like it's okay. Let's get that rook into the picture. So let's develop that knight. Delete, insert. That's okay, I think. So let's centralize our rook. Insert, so pin that bishop, not pinned anymore, but check, and also counterattacking that bishop. Oops, insert. Okay, well, I can take that bishop. That's a fork with the other bishop, and also X-ray defense of that bishop. So that's very, very nice. Very nice indeed. King. Yeah, I think I should just take that bishop. Insert. Okay. Let's see whether we can force trades. Yeah, let's trade. Let's trade. Insert. Don't want to trade. It's okay. Let's move that knight out of the way. Insert. Yep. That feels like there must be a mate here somewhere. Must be a mate somewhere. About check. Check. And oh, I think there's a mate in one. So pawn, check. Can't come back here. Can't go to this row. Can't take that knight. Yep. I can't take that knight. Yep. So that must be mate. Oh, thank goodness. So revenge, something like, oh, gee, how old was I then? Like over 35 years ago. 35 years later, I have my revenge on Chess88. Good game, GG. So a quick analysis on the chess.com engine. So the interesting thing is, yes, this was Alekhine's, I think Alekhine's defense, Scandinavian variation. And so apparently the best move for me was actually just to take straight up. So that's good to know. This was a mistake. I thought that looked a bit dodgy. And interestingly enough, Stockfish reckoned queen immediately attacking the king would have been good. This move to the edge of the board was in fact a blunder. And sort of I noticed afterwards that this knight now has nowhere good to go. So I thought this move was a blunder, but actually this knight is trapped. So you can go here, here, or here, and every single one of these moves is defended by my pieces. So that's why that was such a blunder. So yep, so that's best, and +6 at this range. And the interesting thing here is I didn't necessarily think that I was winning, and I think this is part of almost the trauma from just losing to Chess88 over and over again as a child. And I was just so wary of the bot the entire game. I didn't realize that I was actually that far ahead at this point. So here, queen straight up is slightly better, but this is still pretty much okay. So yep, check, yep, pretty much okay. And it was good to see. So yep, not taking this was the right move. So developing the bishop was in fact the best move, and the long casting. So that's good to see. So my instincts there was right. So Stockfish reckoned this was better, maybe slightly. And yep, that was the best move. That was interesting, excellent, but +10, so black is definitely worsening here, and takes is very, very good for white. And of course, from my perspective, it's just simplified. So yep, not necessarily the most accurate, but not very different here. And from the human perspective, simplifying if you can, where it doesn't worsen your position, is always best. So here, yep, still all going really well. So that was the best move. Yep, that was the best move, potentially sort of pinning the bishop to the king. So that was the best move. And yep, so that was an error. I suspected that might have been because this looked like a very, very good complex. And okay, plus, so mate in 8. So that's interesting. Yep, take. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit obscure, I think. So they didn't necessarily think that was better for me, but you know, mate in 4. Yeah, where was that mate in 4? Yeah, a bit obscure there. And here I think, yeah, the king should have come back to this square, but by going here, it sort of hangs a mate in 1. So, so glad that, you know, I suppose this is evidence that I am a better player than when I was in primary school. But, you know, fantastic game against CHESS88. And I'm still just so impressed that an 8 kilobyte program with barely any computing power can play such an interesting opening, such an interesting game. Now, to try out CHESS88 for yourself, easiest way is just to go to dosgames.com, search for CHESS88. It is actually freeware, so even though it's also abandonware, it's perfectly legal. You know, amazing, you know, programmer Don Berg, you know, creating this full engine into 8 or 9 kilobytes of code. Now you can download it. You will need to run it in DOSBox, but you can potentially play it online in a browser as well. The only thing I will say is that if you sort of play it in a browser, because sort of CGA graphics was in 320 by 200, so you kind of get this stretched out look. Remember that these games originally were played on a 4:3 aspect ratio monitor, and I did sort of rescale it for the video. In any case, you know, well worth taking a look, you know, down memory lane at these old chess computers.